Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wolf Reading. My name's Les, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the 21 books I want to read in 2021. You might notice there is a total different background. There's a reason for that. I'm not gonna go into that. Why? But I wanted to keep making content for you guys, and yeah, this is the way it's gonna be for this video. Don't know for the rest of the videos. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, won't we? Okay, so let's just get immediately into the books I want to read in 2021. This is not a TBR. If I don't read these books, that's also very okay. But these are books I am excited for. They're not all the books I really want to read. Like some there are even more priority than these ones, but we still have a few weeks of December left, and I'm not sure if I'm picking up any of those other books, so I didn't put them on this list. Okay, let's just get into book one. The Spain between That's going well, is it? The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. I have heard so much about this book. It sounds so good. Right up my street. It just sounds amazing. So this is about a girl. You can space travel between like 270 worlds, and this girl is dead in most of them but 7, I think. And you can only travel to worlds where your counterpart is dead, so she can travel to most of the worlds. And I think one of her counterparts gets killed in another world in some suspicious situation, and she has to go figure it out. I've heard so many amazing things about this, and I can't wait to read it. I'm not buying any books this month, and I don't think next month in January. So we'll just have to see when I get to it. But this is one of like the high priority ones. Next one is Wolfsong by T.J Klune. Any book by T.J Klune I really want to read. I just really excited about reading his books and experiencing his books because I've read one. I can't talk about it, but I've read one of his. You will see it in the next video that's going up, hopefully. And I loved it. But Wolfsong, like, I just really want to read his books because I think he's gonna be a favorite author of mine, and I can't wait to experience more of his writing, and just I'm so excited. And I'm always in for a pack with wolves. I love wolves, werewolves, shapeshifters. And if you have any recommendations that just not only romance but the family found thing, please recommend them to me because I want them. Okay, I really want them. The third book I want to read is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I really want to read it. It's one, like, I have it in my wish list, but I'm very hesitant to pick it up because it's such a big world, and there's such a big books, and I really want to, and I'm scared. Like, I'm scared it's gonna just overtake me and I'll be Brandon Sanderson for a few months. I don't want it to happen, but I do really want to read these books. I'm just terrified to pick them up. Um, Fourth book I want to read, and this is another author I just want to read more of, is Beartown by Fredrik. I've read one Fredrik Backman, and that's my grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. It was such a beautiful book. It's such a beautiful book, okay? And I haven't picked up more of his because I'm terrified, because I think he's like an author who's gonna punch me in the gut every single book of his I read, because the every my grandma asked me to tell you she's sorry just broke me a little bit, and I'm afraid that's gonna happen with every single one of his books, and I'm just afraid. And you see kind of a connection with a few of these. I'm just afraid to pick them up. That's just the reason why I haven't picked them up yet. Oh, 5 is another author I want to read more of. So yeah, I just connect the authors, but you know, is Harley in the Sky by Akemi Bowman. I've read Summer Bird Blue by Akemi Bowman and loved it. I think I cried 80% of the way through it. Like, I literally just cried 80% of that book. Okay, I just couldn't stop crying. Loved it so much. But again, same as with Fredrik Brockman. I think she's gonna break me with their other books. Oh my god, it's just so scary because you know they are able to connect you to the character's emotions so well because they did it before, but also know how to break you in the end. And that's what I'm afraid of. Next is a book I have, like the other book I've heard quite a bit about, but this one not so much, but it's one I'm excited for. It's Gods of Shade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. It sounds so interesting. I can't remember the synopsis at the top of my head right now, but it does sound very interesting. The other one of hers, Mexican Gothic, is not for me. It's just not for me, so I don't pick it up. Won't pick it up probably because I don't read horror or any kind of news. I just don't like it. But I do really, really, really want to read this book because it sounds fucking interesting. And it's a standalone fantasy, and I need more standalone fantasy. Yay! Next is Who I Was With Her by Nita Tyndall, which is another one I'm terrified of. Let's just be honest. I think that's gonna break me. Again, because I think this book is about, I think, in a relationship and one of them dies, and I can't remember the synopsis. I'm so bad at synopsis. But it's one, like, I see the picture of the audiobook in my audiobook app and I'm like, should I? No, I'm not ready for heartbreak right now. I can't take heartbreak, so I'm trying to pick books I don't feel it is. That's why I'm putting off a lot of these right now. But I do want to get to them. Okay, next one I really want to pick up. I don't know how many books are going to be in a series, and this is Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters. It sounds so fucking interesting, but the first one has gone down in price now. But his books are expensive, and I get why they are expensive, but I can't spend that much money on a paperback. Maybe if I know I will love the series, you know, then I will pick it up more. But I haven't read anything of his, but I really want to read it. I have it on Kindle, the first one. I just haven't been reading Kindle books, so I really want to get back to that and maybe read this. We'll see. I hope so. Next one I have heard Brooke from Brooks Books talk about, and sounds super interesting and super hard hitting again. And it's Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I really want to read anything by Tiffany D. Jackson, but grown, that's the word, is one that interests me the most right now. I think that's gonna break me again. I think that's gonna be very hard hitting and very also a learning curve. Or not a learning curve, I think, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to explain. I think I'm gonna learn a lot from this book. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm really excited for this. I can't remember the synopsis. What am I doing? I'm trying to say the synopsis to you guys while I don't remember them. So, excited for it. I think Brooke did a video, a reading vlog kind of reviewing video on this. And if I can find it and I remember it, I will put it down below. If I haven't put it down below, I forgot. So please remind me to put it down below in the comments, okay? Please, thank you. Then 10. I really want to read A Lesson in Thorns by Simone Sierre. I've been wanting to read this book for, I think, maybe a year and a half, but I've never picked it up because it's really expensive. Again. But it sounds so interesting. I think he has a polyamorous relationship, which I'm all in for. You know, I really want to read them. That. I'm just really interested in that one, and I really want to read it. Okay, next. Oh, ooh, I have that one here. Wait a second. I couldn't remember. I wrote this like I think 2 weeks ago, and it's Girl Storms a Shadow, and I bought this like 2 days ago because I was at a bookstore safely, like with mask on, staying a distance, and I saw this and thought this was fate. I love the first one. I really do. But I have never picked up the second book. And I don't know why. I really don't know, because I do really like this book. The first one. So I really want to read this. Maybe I'm even reading it this month. We'll just have to see. I didn't think I was gonna pick this up so soon. But I really want to read this. And I know, like I said, I wasn't gonna buy any books, but I'm not buying any more books. It was just something to have a pick me up because I needed a pick me up. So yes, yay! I'm just glad. I really want to read this. I may reread the first one first though. Next is a book I've had on my TBR for the longest. This is the longest book I own. Like, I haven't read. I normally am very good at keeping up what I buy and read. And this book I have owned for exactly 1 year. And I know that's not a lot for some, but it's a lot for me. And that's The Other Half of Augusta Hope by Joanna Glenn. I don't know anything about this book. I've never heard anyone talking about it. I saw it at the bookstore where I picked this up because I literally have just one bookstore I can go to, and it's not often. And I saw that book and I liked it, and I never picked it up. Or never picked it up to read. And I don't know why. I can't remember what it's about. It's at home. So yeah. I really need to read that. Next one I really want to read is Before I Let Go by Marieke Nijkamp. I listened to Even If We Break by Marieke Nijkamp and loved that book. I absolutely freaking loved that book. It just, it's one of the only thrillers I loved, and I think I have a little niche is that when kids go to in the woods in the cabin. I love that. But I'm hesitant to pick this one up because I'm personally not a thriller reader. There's some gems in there, like 1 out of 10 that I like, and I really want to support this author, and I really want to like it, So I'm excited, but I'm also very scared. Next, I really want to read the Criers Word duology by Nina Varela. It sounds very interesting and something that I will love. Like, I probably know I'm gonna love this because, fantasy readers just sounds very interesting. But am I picking it up? No. Like, there's some books I really want to pick up, but I keep scrolling past them. Sorry. The next book I wanted to read this year, but I haven't gotten to it, is A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. I hope I pronounced that right. I tried to pick it up earlier this year, but the audiobook glitched. And normally after some time I'm able to pick the audiobook up again, but it just never did. And I need to read that book. Maybe when the second one comes out, I may pick it up in paperback or whatever it's out. We'll just have to see what's going on next year. Next is one I really want to read. It's Beach Read by Emily Henry. And everyone was reading it, and I wasn't picking it up, and I didn't get the book from Nightgalley. I really want to read it. It's not on top of my list, though. But I think this is one of those books you just pick up when you need something light and fun and something like that. And mostly I do that with audiobooks, but this audiobook isn't available for me. Next one I've heard Connor from Connor's Library Corner. Talk about quite a lot and sounds really interesting. And a sequel is out or is almost coming out. And it's the Library of the Unwritten by A.J Hackwith. Hackwith? I didn't know. I can't read my writing style here. It's where all the unfinished stories are in a library, and this main character needs to, I don't know, I think the characters come to life, or some things come to life from those unfinished stories. I think. Maybe. I can't remember. Oh, I'm doing so well in this video, aren't I? I apologize. I really apologize. Next, I really want to read A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. I love this series, and I know it's the first continuation. I have more continuations I really want to read next year. Just haven't put them there. Okay, but I really want to read it. I think it's gonna be, if the audiobook is available immediately, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it. Listen to it. I don't own any of the books of that series, but I really want to. I'm gonna listen to it. Definitely, 100%. I love these characters. These characters have meant the world to me. And I just want to be with them. I really want to be with them. Random side note. Authors need to give me just stories of characters' lives from my favorite books. Like the Outlander series. I just need Jamie and Claire living their happy life. Or the characters of The Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, I just need them to live a happy ever after. I don't need all the pain. Like, that's literally me when I'm in anxiety. Okay, random note. Moving on. Again, sorry. Next one I want to read is Diviners by Libba Bray. It's a series that I've heard so fucking much about, and I really want to read it. I really think I'm gonna love the series, but you know, I need to pick them up again. 2 books left. Next, I really want to read Tinklers Club by Lily Spark. I heard Robbie from Endless Knows Stuck in a Book talk about this in one of his most anticipated videos, and it sounded super interesting. So this is about a girl. She gets sent to this camp for a crime she didn't do, and she's trying to get out of this camp, but her campmates are getting killed off and they need to team together. It sounds fucking interesting, okay? I really want to pick this up. I really do. It's already out, I think. And then lastly, I really want to read These Violent Lights by Cloe Gong. It sounds so interesting. It's just a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I've never read Romeo and Juliet, but I really want to read it. Oh my god. This was my video. And I'm sorry for the mess that I am, because I was. I hope you at least enjoyed it and laughed at my expense. And please leave me a red emoji for my shirt. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!